Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Choda. Welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I am a fan of news. I'm a fan of fact-based reporting. I've said this earlier on my channel. If something was decided in a court of law, I would report it. And I'm happy to report for supporters of President Trump. I appreciate your support for President Trump. And if you support Biden, I appreciate your support for President-elect Biden as well. For me, it's not about the red or the blue. This is what's important to me. What's important to me is what a judge says and what a court decides. You'll see a message on your screen. You'll see an article on your screen from Fox, and the article reads, Pennsylvania court decides that the Secretary of State lacked the authority to change the election deadline 2 days before election day. And the judge did indeed rule that ballots that were previously set aside should not be counted. So this is very interesting. So the Pennsylvania judge ruled in favor of the Trump campaign. So this is a victory for Team Trump, and ordering that the state may not count ballots when the voters needed to provide proof of identification and failed to do so by November 9th. Now, I want to emphasize one more time that the margin of victory for President-elect Joe Biden is in the tens of thousands of votes. So although this is a victory for Team Trump, it remains to be seen whether this will actually flip the count of the Electoral College, and at this moment in time, it doesn't seem like that's likely to happen. So I'll provide you with a link in the description section below to this article from Fox News, so you can read it for yourself. But here's the court filing. Here's what it reads, and this is from Judge Mary Hannah Levitt. She said this in a court order. The court concludes that respondent Kathy Boockvar, in her official capacity as Secretary of the Commonwealth, lacked the statutory authority to issue the November 1st, 2020 guidance to Respondents County Board of Elections, insofar as that guidance purported to change the deadline for certain electors to verify proof of identification. So again, while this is a victory for President Trump, let's not count our chickens before they hatched, because this is not going to change the Electoral College vote count in Pennsylvania at the current moment. But again, let's be clear, this is a victory for Team Trump, and this was in line with the president's campaign's argument, which was that there was no basis in the state's law to extend the identification deadline, and that Boockvar did not have the authority to unilaterally change it. So that was reported on Fox News. Now, let's also look at reporting from Newsmax, and Newsmax reported that a Pennsylvania judge rules out some mail-in ballots. So as you can see, similar information on Newsmax as well. A Pennsylvania judge ruled that some mail-in ballots belonging to first-time voters in the state of Pennsylvania who hadn't confirmed their identity before November 9th will not be counted. And this is a small victory for the Trump campaign. Now, again, let me be clear. I understand that there are supporters of the president. I understand there are supporters of President-elect Biden. But at this moment in time, this should be about math. This is about math. Can enough votes be overturned by the Trump campaign to change the results of the election? Okay, you can watch this video now, today. You can watch this video 6 months from now. You can watch this video years from now. But at this moment in time, the math is not in favor, unfortunately, of the Trump campaign. If you're a Trump campaign supporter, the math suggests that tens of thousands of votes cannot be discounted. Remember one thing, my viewers and subscribers, whether you're a supporter of President Trump or whether you're a supporter of President-elect Biden, this is all about math. And once a vote is counted, it's very difficult to get the vote overturned. You have to go through a court of law. You have to get a judge to adjudicate it, which, by the way, is what's happened in this case. But once a vote is counted, it's counted. Now, are there tens of thousands of votes that can be overturned? That's a huge hill to climb. That's a very steep hill to climb. And if the president, let me be clear, the president is well within his legal rights to do what he's doing. On my channel, I've never, criticized the president or criticized the campaign for questioning the vote count. That's fine. But the problem here is if we have a delayed transition, or if we have false information, or we have no information, that is something that, in my opinion, is not correct at all. And that is, I'm going to stand up for that. We can agree to disagree, and it's completely okay if we passionately disagree with each other. That's okay. But what I don't want is for us to disagree to such an extent that, foreign actors can take advantage of our division, which is something I am actually seriously concerned about, which is something I've mentioned more than a couple of times on my channel. I want us to stay as calm as possible. I want us to let the process play out. I want us to not freak out about what's going on right now. But at the same time, I want us to understand and differentiate between facts and between lies. You heard on another video, a Republican official in Philadelphia, the Republican city commissioner in Philadelphia, essentially say that there's a lot of false information, there's a lot of divisive information on social media, there's a lot of information that further seeks to divide us because we tend to believe lies. It's funny, human nature is such that we tend to believe lies, we tend to respond to lies because it really agitates us. And unfortunately, we know because of what happened in 2016, that there are foreign actors who are trying to divide us, which honestly to me is a greater area of concern, along with, do we have enough evidence to be able to overturn the vote count? Remember, it's easy for someone to blame one side or the other, but it's very, very, very difficult to stay objective and to look at the facts, which is what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm encouraging you to do what is hard, not do what is easy and simply criticize someone for being a Biden supporter or even criticize someone for being a Trump supporter. Don't do that. Let's be objective. Let's stay calm. Let's support each other. We are all Americans first. We are Democrats, we are Republicans, but we are all Americans first. And so I'm asking all of us to stay calm, to stay respectful, to let the process play out. But at the same time, I'm hopeful that in the administration, I'm hopeful that in the Senate, I'm hopeful that in the House, a calmer approach, saner heads will prevail. And, we can get back to the business of government, because the government still has business to do. The government still has to extend its own funding. The government still has to pass stimulus. There's more help that states need, that our citizens need, not only as far as economic stimulus is concerned, but as far as fighting this pandemic is concerned. And the transition to the next president, President-elect Biden, should go on even while the results of the election are in question. If the results of the election get overturned, and again, I don't think the math suggests that will happen, but if they do get overturned, then at that point, the transition would have gone to waste. But we shouldn't hold off on the transition because of the national security implications of the transition. I do want us to come together about that. We can agree to be divided, but we don't have to be so divided that we essentially that we essentially compromise on things that are important to the country. We should always put country over party, and that is what I'm encouraging all our viewers and subscribers to do. If you're a supporter of President Trump, congratulations on this victory, but it doesn't do anything mathematically to turn the result in your favor. I just want our viewers and subscribers to be aware about that, and I want to give you the full picture. When you read the Fox News article or when you read the Newsmax article, what they won't tell you is the full picture, which is that although this is a victory, this does not mathematically stand a chance of overturning the result in Pennsylvania at the moment, unless some other information comes to light. My name is Dr. Nitin Chora. This is some information about me. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learned something new from this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications, because my goal, it doesn't matter to me whether you're a fan of CNN, whether you're a fan of Fox News, or whether you're liberal, whether you're conservative. That's not what this is about. The goal to be true to the red, white, and blue, to be a patriot more than a party supporter, is a much higher goal. I have huge aspirations for my viewers and subscribers. For anybody who, thinks that it has to be about the red or the blue, that's not the case. That's not the case. It's all about trying to put our country first. Let's try and come together. Let's let the process play out. And I'm confident that a lot of this craziness will be behind us soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chora with Ignition Time. I want you to know that you are appreciated. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. If you learn something new from this video, please consider gently clicking the like button. Please ignite that subscribe button. Please ignite that notification button, but don't do it so hard that you smash the screen. I don't want you to smash the screen. Just having a little bit of fun there, me and my team. So please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. Again, if you don't know anything about me, definitely check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. I would really appreciate that. You can get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000, and you'll get added to SMS alerts list. You can also, if you want, get on our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. You'll magically, you'll get emails from us in your inbox. You can opt out of the emails or the SMSs at any point in time that you want. I do have a crystal ball and I can predict the future. No, I can't. If I had a crystal ball and I could predict the future, I would. But what I can do is give you honest, real, true news that you can depend on, news that you can rely on. So please, by all means, subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. All I ask is that you comment below, participate in our growing community. I'm very proud of our community. We are all proud Americans. I want to be clear, on our channel, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. It's not about being Democrat, being Republican. It's about being American. We are all Americans first. So I want us to try and come together as best as we can with actual news, actual objective information, which is what you're going to get on this channel. Please comment below, participate in our growing community. Please share this video with friends and family so we can grow our community. And again, as a reminder, you'll find the links to all our resources in the description section below. So if you're ever wondering what our resources are, just check out the description section of any video that we put out, and you'll see the links to all our resources so you can check out those resources on your own. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.